Happy Father's Day to everybody. This goes out to all the fathers that are sticking in the good fight. I know all too well about that good fight. It's a lot of things that we learn along the way. It's a lot of things that we deal with that we don't know how to even articulate and get out and express, but we take that fight with us to do what's best for our families and our children. And this is appreciated. It's never not spoken about enough, but I just want to stop and thank my father for stepping in and stepping up a lot. And as we understood, a lot of things that, happen in life, they happen for reasons that sometimes we don't know. You got to grow and give yourself time to kind of look back and understand on things that that didn't make sense when you was younger. And in this video, a ride with my father, we kind of talk about some of those topics. We get deep a little bit, and I'm just a kid in the candy store, just being able to appreciate that ride with my father and ask questions as he answers them. And a lot of work that we've been doing, becoming life coaches and understanding that the trauma and mental health in this country and life period plays a lot of factors in how people become who they are. So being able to reflect and do the work on yourself, it makes a big difference. But I want to thank my dad a lot for taking this journey with me, me jumping on his journey as well. And sometimes the only person you'll ever understand or only understand you is your father, because he made you and you are a piece of him. So this goes out to all the dads, but especially to mine. Happy Father's Day, Pop. I look forward to doing more with you. Podcasts, future politicians, anything, everything. I'm right here with you. I ain't going nowhere. I'm your son. I love you. And this is a video. A ride with my father. What does Father's Day mean to you?
Father's Day has always been a tough one for me, because it was always like a blank. It was always a blank spot right there.
Yeah.
Losing my dad at the age of 6 years old, and watching my mom's be in unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
Father's Day was always a blur. It was a blur to me. So I never really had a real strong connection with Father's Day. That's being real.
Yeah.
That's being real. I never did. And I never really felt that I had a person, a man figure in my life that lived up to a father's role. My uncles were my uncles, but I accepted them with their flaws.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had older cousins who I looked up to, and older guys in the neighborhood who I looked up to, but they was teaching me all bad stuff, something that a father would never teach a son. So Father's Day for me has always been a blank spot. That's why I guess I never really, one way or the other, got too caught up in the emotions of it. But that's it. Father's Day to me has been blank, because my father left when I was 6 years old. So, and I know he didn't leave because he wanted to leave. It was just, the way that it worked out. So that's it for me. Now I understand though that we, our society do need, the male role model, especially in the African American neighborhoods. We need that male figure. We need it. I don't care what nobody say.
Yeah.
Women can do everything in the world that they want, but they cannot be a man. I don't care how hard they try. So we need men in our neighborhoods. Just like, thank God for the women. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have nothing. So, I thank God that they stood up. But men gotta stand up now.
Yes.
That's where I'm at. Men gotta stand up.
How differently do you think your life would have been if your father would have been in your life all the way through in a positive manner?
Oh, I always think about that, because I look at guys who, even Michael Jordan or any athlete, I look at how when their father was on the sideline, it's something about that. It makes you play better. It makes you, work harder. You want to make your father proud. So, especially in competition. So, I know it would have been a big difference have a father. I don't care what nobody say. We need our dads, man. I would have probably been, if not a millionaire, I would have been probably teaching on a bigger level than what I teach on now.
Yeah.
I would have been way more advanced, and I wouldn't have had to go to prison because I would have had him to tell me that prison wasn't for us, you know. So it would have been a big difference.
What do you think should be the first step to put the primary focus on fathers getting back to being men and fathers in their son's life and their children's life? What do you think the first step is needed to kind of get us back on path to being a father?
Yeah, I think the very first step is for the men that are fathers to really take that role for face value. Step up to the plate. It's not about how much you have. It's not about how educated you are. It's about being present in your kid's life, and I think that's it. Fathers have to be present. We have to be there. I think that's the secret that I learned. You don't even have to have any money. If you're there, they happy. They happy that their dad is there. So I think the first thing is the fathers have to come forward and be present in this whole society situation that we're dealing with. And the main thing is we absent of the father. We absent of the male role model. We need to be present. We need to stand up. We need to come outside, come out, and be a part of your family's life, Be honest with them, be transparent with them, be real with them. And I guarantee you, it'll make a difference in young people's lives.
What are some of the obstacles you think in this country has gotten us to this place to where it's just been hard to be a father?
Yeah, that's almost like a question I just had because it's so real. I mean, because I know I experienced it myself, and a lot of it has to do with the traps that they set us up with. Like I said, it's not about the money, but they make us think that it's all about the money. I mean, our whole, the way that the narrative has been written, if you don't have any money, you are nobody. So a lot of fathers, man, wouldn't come around for Christmas because they couldn't afford to get the kid anything. And sometimes they didn't realize they were the gift. They were the gift for the kid. But because of the way society got it set up, I know I was one of them. I would duck going around the family if I couldn't buy, not even just the kid, if I couldn't buy everybody something, because I got this male ego that I'm trying to live with, and it's hard when you don't have it, and a lot of it is because of the way that they set the goalposts. They keep moving the goalposts. Every time we get close to it, they move it again. So it's like we don't have a chance. I mean, we don't have a chance, but that's why we got to unite together and come together as one and change the narrative for ourselves. We gotta make what's important and not going by what society says according to other people's.
What has been the biggest thing you learned in life to make you resilient to making sure that you were in my life?
The biggest thing is realizing that when a person feels that they don't have anybody in their life, it's so easy to give up on themselves. It's so easy to lose hope. Once a person realizes that they got a support system, it's almost like they more eager
superhero
to try. They more
yeah.
eager to, even if they fall down, they'll get back up because they got a fan club. They got somebody that's saying, I love you, you can do it, you know, sharing the stories about themselves with them. I've been through that before. You can make it through it. You don't have to worry about it. And that's a big difference, you know. That's what makes me know that it's important just to be transparent and be present. It's everything, because it allows, you know, people that you love, especially kids and sons, to know that, hey, you're human, you're gonna err, but don't let one mistake or two or three cause you to lose hope. So that's really it.
And based on what we just drove by and the mistakes not making you lose hope, and you know, you're prevalent with past mistakes and incarceration. When you look back at those mistakes and you look back at, like you just said, instilling confidence, and pretty much that's what the Father's there for, instill confidence. When you look at those trials and tribulations, how have you gotten stronger from it, and how is it going to help you prepare for the future, to help the community get back to establishing mental health awareness and trauma awareness when it comes to being parents and fathers in the community?
Yeah, I think one of the things that's been happening is our immediate communities, families, educational institutions, a lot of places that we frequent now understand the value of lived experience, which makes me a marketable person because I have a bunch of them. So it's almost like the lived experience is me saying, don't give up. You can make it. I'm 60 years old and I'm still moving forward and not looking back. So it's a testimony in everything that I do, that a person don't have to give up. A person can still overcome and keep moving forward. They just have to put one foot in front of the other and keep on having faith and have that hope, and they can move forward. You know, it's almost like most people don't care about what you say out of your mouth. We just had this conversation in a real big study group, and it always comes up. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Sometimes we have to show that we care, and a lot of times showing that we care is simply just not giving up, not throwing in the towel, fighting for justice, fighting for equality, fighting for a way to change the narrative for the people that's behind us. That's how we show love. That's how we show love. We fight for the narrative to be changed so that the people behind us will have a fair chance in this society that we know the cards been stacked against us. That's it. We know it.
Based on that fight, what do you think we need to fight appropriately?
And everybody know this. We need more support from the powers that be.
Yeah.
We need more support from the powers that be. There's a lot of institutions that have gotten real wealthy off the back of people like us, be it selling clothes to us, the music that we listen to. I mean, it's just so many things that has happened that has made it so that the people was able to really benefit from the pain, from our pain, to the point that now a lot of people are wealthy because of the pain that we suffered. So those are the people that I think should make contributions to changing the narrative and putting us in a position where we can reach back and help the people that's behind us. That's my real take on that. it's too many institutions that's filthy rich from the pain that we suffer. And all they have to do is, you know, give back to how you got it. It's a lot of people that could use your help. Yeah. So, yeah, we. Okay, look, Dustin, I want you to do this.
Okay. How y'all doing?
Hey, look. This is my son. Take a picture of me.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
He just changed history, making a big difference in our communities.
What's up, man? Let me get a picture. Right there.
Good there.
Turn it back. Let me get you.
What's up? Well, hey, look, I'm hungry.
Good food.
This is another one. This is my son.
How you doing?
This is a real good
Nice to
dude.
meet you.
Take a picture of him too. This is another person making a difference in our community.
Gotcha.
Yes. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
You getting the summer money?
Not yet.
3 o'clock?
How you doing?
Anyway, so the people who get it got to be good stewards with it, you know, make a difference in the communities with the money.
Yeah.
We got too many people getting the money, ain't doing nothing with it but buying cars and going on trips. We need some people that's going to get that money and give it back to the people who need it, which is a lot of senior citizens and a lot of youth that don't have it, don't have no money, don't have no lot
Resources.
of resources. That's it. So we need it. We really do. We ain't got it to give. So they created a way that we can get it from the government. We got to do it. I'm serious. We do.
Now, I noticed some of your stomping grounds over here.
All of it.
All of it, yeah.
That's it. This is it.
What are some of your core memories over here?
Good and bad. Good and bad. People got caught up who lost their lives and
Child memories. Kid
child
memories,
memories.
yeah.
Walking to school, realizing that we used to walk far as a monkey flick. We were young. We walked from way up on the hill to way down to the bottom of Minnesota Avenue every day.
Every day.
And it was nothing. That's what happened. I think they made our children lazy. Our children are now lazy. They don't want to walk. They don't want to do no work. They don't want to do anything because we've spoiled them. They don't have to.
Yeah.
We used to have to do that walk every day. Wasn't no school bus coming to get us or nothing. Yep. Wintertime, snow, rain, no matter what.
So that was from 37 to
37 to the end of Minnesota Avenue. Yep. From up on the hill, 37th place.
what was your address? 37?
206 37th place.
206 37.
Yeah. Southeast.
And now it's the prestigious. It was always prestigious, but now the fame of Shy Glizzy has made it more of it.
Yeah, Shy Glizzy and No Savage. You know, a couple youngins who put the work in. And people know about it. They put them on the map, but they've been on the map. Been on the map. So many people, man, did some things.
How was the community back in the day when y'all was kids?
Unity. It was more united.
Yeah.
More bonds. We was bonded with each other.
How was your neighbors? Like, who lived next door to you? the missus, the across the street,
the
your
doors
friends.
was open. We went in and out of each other's houses.
Yeah.
The doors were open, so it was nothing to come out my house and go next door and go right in Leroy's house, or my friend. We were so close. I was close with the whole family. He was close to my whole family, so we all had open doors with each other. It wasn't. If one of their mothers looked up and seen me in the house upstairs, it wouldn't be like, "What are you doing in here?" It would be like it was accepted and expected. So yeah, we were united, man. I don't know how we lost that, but I know it had to do with drugs and the violence that took place because of the drugs. Yeah, that's what happened. Saddest thing I ever seen. Yeah.
Do you think we could come back from that?
Yeah, we can always come back. People always be saying stuff like, well, do we have another chance? We always got another chance. There's always a way to come back. But we got to do it. It's going to take the next generation, to almost like wash the blood. Wash the blood. So the generation after that will be clean and pure and unafraid and loving each other and accepting each other. Right now, the blood is dirty. We done defiled it. It's to the point. There's no trust, no love, no any of that. So it's gonna take a lot, but we can do it though. I know we can do it. We just have to want to.
Yeah.
We just have to want to enough, and we can. I see it happening. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I do see the possibilities. I see the possibilities. It's going to happen.
Looking back at it, do you think you was put in a trick bag due to the trauma and certain resources being taken away and kind of living in DC Capitol? Do you think y'all got stuck with some of the bad effects of the politics?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm absolutely sure about that. Yeah, I'm absolutely sure about that. We got played because first of all, we didn't know any better. The generation before us was kind of like running from Jim Crow, running from, massa, coming from down south, trying to change. And, it was almost like they were so glad to get scraps. They were happy, and as time went on, we realized the scraps wasn't it. We wanted the whole cow. Yeah, we wanted the whole cow. But our parents was happy to get from down south picking cotton up here in the north, with scraps was beautiful. So I kind of see how we transition, and it's kind of like with every generation, the ball get passed, and it get passed to a generation that's not prepared because the generation before it kind of like took so much, So yeah, it's tough. It's tough, but like I say, if we master love and forgiveness, that's the key. And it's gonna start with individuals themselves. So that's the only way it's gonna happen. We as individuals ourselves gonna have to. Well, I know it when I ride over there, I can get it because I know the building.
Well, one of the now we taking this path of fatherhood, and now I'm a father. It's a funny thing when you become a father. I'll never forget one of the memories you told me was, "You too young to understand now. When you get older, you gonna understand." And I understand a lot more now, dealing with the pressures of society. Just everything that you just placed on you. what is a man and all this and all that. But
one thing for sure, it's hard to be a man when everybody else got their own definition.
of a man.
You gotta be too many things at one time.
Gotta be Superman,
Oh,
the counselor,
man,
the
you gotta-
therapist.
Look, be gentle, be a little rough.
Woo!
Be thorough, be soft.
Be soft.
Don't cry, shed some tears.
Yeah.
Man, you can't do it all.
You can't. You can't.
You just have to settle for being yourself
best, yeah.
and letting them just grab what they like, and the rest they just don't get it.
Yeah.
They won't get it. You
Yeah.
know?
When did you? It's funny because I guess I grew up in it. When did you see that transition of provide, protect, profess, and then wanting them to change the man to be emotionally intelligent, tell us your problems, and be soft, and all this and all that? I know I had to been like, yo, what is going on with the world? Because we weren't raised like that. We weren't raised like that.
We wasn't. It's almost like it's. They talk a lot about it now because it's a lot being, invested in it.
Mhm.
Mental health and a lot of people dealing with trauma and the stuff that happened to them, and it dictated their thought pattern, and that's what it is. I mean, you can ask 10 people the same question, and based on where they was, how they was raised, they gonna give you a different answer.
Yeah.
And it ain't that they wrong. It's just that it's according to what their experiences are.
Yeah.
And we gotta learn to accept that. I think that's the best thing in the world is learning to accept people for where they are, not for where you want them to be, but for where they are. Yeah, because you'll never find a perfect person because you're not yourself.
No.
There you go. So yeah, man, it's
What do you think it is? I mean, from your perspective today, what do you think it is to be a man? From what you know.
I think it has to do with a lot of honesty. A lot of honesty, man. I think I've seen some men be strong and powerful, and then I've seen some men that appear to be weak and humble. And to be honest with you, it depended on the situation, which one was more honorable. Because sometimes seeing a man confess his weaknesses was a sign of strength. Seeing a man come clean about, look, I just can't do it.
Yeah.
Man, I get so much respect for men like that, opposed to men that, pretend that they got it all going on and they don't.
Yeah.
So it's really something, man. It's really something. It's paradoxical. Yeah, it's paradoxical because it's based on where you at and who you ask. Is Donald Trump a real man or is Joe Biden? That's a hell of a question, boy.
Yeah, it is.
I'm serious. That's the world we living in. And now with all the rumors about people like T.D. Jakes, man, come on, man. This world is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Prove that we are human and fallible. It's proving it. It's proving that none of us will escape. None of us will escape without being crushed. Because we can't. We won't live forever, which means that we're getting closer to dying, which means that our strength is being zapped, physical, mental, and spiritual, which means there's nothing we can do about it. That in itself proves us to be weak,
Yeah.
and not just weak, but human.
Yeah.
We human.
So from your other anointed profession and calling, scriptures in the Bible, how can you correlate that to today and your knowledge on both sides? What do you think is a separation from church and state? Did we start putting our own dreams and aspirations over God, or as a culmination of everything?
Yeah, it's so much. It's, to me, a person who didn't have any faith, and to come to the faith and to be surrounded by a majority of people that don't have faith, it's the biggest joke that I've ever been told. So I do got a lot of issues because I know for sure that it's a part of our problem. We don't have God no more. We don't have God in anything anymore. At least when our grandparents, they were all about God. So we ate, we were clean, we had principles, we had morals. Man, we were humans. Now we live like animals because we don't have grandma in the kitchen praying to God over the food. We don't have grandma crying at night praying to God. We don't have it. We got a bunch of people thinking that they God, and as a result of that, man, we got a lot of perversion going on. A lot of perversion. A lot of it. It's sickening. It's sickening. And that's what breeds a lot of the violence, a lot of the killings, a lot of the drugs. It just breeds catastrophe where we at right now. We're not wanting God in anything and wanting to be able to do whatever we want to do. Yeah. Somebody said it might have been you, and I'm trying to remember how it go. A person that can do anything is almost like straight up heading for destruction. How can you do anything? And I do whatever I want. A person that can do whatever they want is in trouble. They heading for self-destruction. You gotta have some kind of guidelines in your life.
Yeah, if you remove structure and boundaries, it's chaos.
Yeah.
And that's where we at.
That's exactly where we at.
That's where we at.
Yeah, that's exactly where we at.
You can ask 10 different people, what is a man and a woman? They all gonna give you different answers. You ask Gen Z right now, what is work? You got a totally different perspective on what that is.
Yeah. And it's funny, man. I mean, it's funny. It's too funny to me because it's causing a lot of people can't deal with it. It's breaking us, man. It is breaking us as a race of people. We are being torn out the frame. And we're being torn out the frame because, like, some of us, because of experience and the support system that we got, we making it through. But it's some people that don't have no support system, never had any real experience in anything. Man, it is punishing them. It is straight up punishing them. So, yeah, it's definitely time to pray more. It's time to seek God of an understanding that'll work for you, because people gonna mislead you every time because they want you to play into what they want and help them get the things that they think they deserve without being fair and making sure that we all have equality. That's what's missing. No equality.
So now we riding by Berry Farms. Good old memories there. Within the last probably 30, 40 years, are you seeing how much society could just take away your childhood memories? They could change your viewpoints on how things were and is. As you grow and change.
Well, I had to say, when it comes to Berry Farms, because there's several places in the district where I actually was close to losing my life, and Berry Farms was one of them. The guy aimed a gun at me and it jammed up. And to this day, I know that's one of the times, one of many times, but that's one of the times, if the enemy would have had his way, I wouldn't be here. Because the young guy was known to kill people. And I kind of I kind of caught him in a bad situation and got out on him, and he wanted to kill me, and he tried. And that's another reason why I was so close to Judy that people didn't know about. She never shared about that. She helped me. I was in a bad situation with that. I mean, they was gonna kill me in Berry Farm, but everybody knew Big Judy, everybody loved Big Judy, and Big Judy squashed that joint. Believe me, she squashed it and made me not think about trying to retaliate. But I always remembered that youngin' killed many before me and many after me, and he tried to kill me. And he would have if he knew what he was doing and that gun wouldn't have jammed up, I wouldn't be here doing this interview. Yeah, and I always think about stuff like that sometime when I ride past there, and I think about the fact that they trying to, whatever they trying to do, they supposed to be remodeling it and all of that stuff. And it's just, it's terrible over there to me. I can't stand that we watch. It's like the story Dr. Bruce liked to tell about how in Africa they had the two groups of people fighting one another while they were stealing all the diamonds. While we fighting, they steal the diamonds, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
May I have your name?
Yes, my name is Commissioner Ashley Renee Ruff.
Nice to meet you. Primarily in your position, what is your goal and focus for your future, making your imprint, leaving your imprint, to leave the community in better hands, and how do you view the community going forward?
I think two of my goals in the community right now are finding resources for our seniors and finding resources for our children. And I'll even say a third one, mental health, because mental health is real.
Yes.
And the second question was, what do I see? How do I view my community?
Yes.
I view my community as a beautiful neighborhood. As you can see, we standing right here in this beautiful area, this beautiful sun at Bennett Sauter. I just see it as now with our new councilman, someone that's gonna really stand up and speak for us. We have not only a chance to grow at an economical rate, but we have a chance to flourish amongst ourselves here in Ward 7. So I just see beauty. I don't see the negative things that you see on the news or what people say. I see beauty.
Yes, we are. Father's Day is coming up. How important is fathers in community? And what would you like to say to all the fathers on Father's Day?
I think that fathers are very important in our community, especially in Ward 7 and 8. Like, we need our fathers out here. I'm a single mom, so I would never say that we don't need our fathers. We do. They are very impactful in our children's life, especially our young men. And I would say to the fathers out here for Father's Day, happy Father's Day. Keep your head up. Ain't nobody gonna tell you that. And it's a black woman right here that's telling you, hey, I love you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
May I have your name?
Sure. Johanse Makubela.
Oh, okay.
What does Father's Day mean to you, and the importance of Father's Day and the importance of fathers moving forward?
I think with Father's Day, just like any of our other days, whether it's a religious holiday or Mother's Day or a birthday, it's not as though fathers or father figures are any more important that day. It's not that our love is any stronger, but it's a time for us to come together and reflect on something that is important for all of us, whether or not we know our father, whether our father's still alive, whether we've ever had a relationship. It's that fathering energy that is a core part of the universe, and particularly as our community as African people, right?
Yep.
And so on Father's Day, just like on Mother's Day, I hold up not only that spirit of paternity, but I hold up the spirit of the countless fathers that are in our communities, that have been in my lives doing that amazing work. So it's a time, just like any, where we can come together in a unified collective energy and hold up individuals who are fathers, as well as hold up that collective energy. And here's the thing, there is something powerful about the collective. Like I said, it's not that we're any more special as dads or any less than any other day of the week or any other day of the year. But collectively, by folks coming together and directing their energy, it creates a vortex, right? And in this case, it's something that, and particularly now in this day and age, where that fathering energy and true fatherhood is needed more probably than any time before. It's truly beautiful for us to come together on this June 16th on Sunday to celebrate and hold that up.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. What does Father's Day mean to you?
Father's Day is
Yeah.
so there's a couple pieces with this, right? And I accept that they subscribe a date for fathers to be celebrated, but I think that, to me, like, it's unfortunate that we had to prescribe days for something to be real, and then we move on. I think that we should use it as an anchor to celebrate fathers every day. Like, there shouldn't be things the same with every other holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for activating that piece and it being the essence of who we are.
Yeah.
How about yourself? What's your thoughts?
Thank you. I think fathers. Well, it's funny because I just coached my son's championship game.
You won championship?
Playing for flag football, right? So they both went to the flag football championships, and I noticed that a father kind of has this confidence builder within wins and losses, and you every step of the way with your child through a win and a loss, and you teach them with the win, celebrate briefly, get even killed, realign your focus, and with a loss, you take the positive, and you get up and you push. So I had one son lose, one son win, but I looked at it both as winning because together we was growing together and we was learning together. And it kind of just popped in my head like a father's there through the wins and the losses, and we kind of set that course and alignment to get them back aligned. Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah. With your help or understanding.
But with that understanding, man, is big.
Yeah.
To the bigger picture of it.
Yeah.
Because many of us, like, we're looking for our